Hi, this is a quick follow-up concerning the Ferranti radar indicator. So I did the reverse engineering of the CRT board, which is on this page here. So you have first the flightback controller, which is on the left, which is an ID 1845G. So this driver drives the MOSFET here, and the MOSFET drives the primary side of this flightback transformer. So you have the control on the primary side of the transformer using these two 1 ohm resistor in parallel here. The frequency of the flightback is defined by this RC network here. So this transistor is a common collector transistor, it's a voltage follower. So this transistor permits to add to the current point here a small amount of the ramp which is present here at this point. So we have two secondaries. One secondary is this one. So this permits to generate a voltage close to 45 volts. So this permits to drive the cathode of the CRT. So you can see that the VNELT of the CRT is connected to the ground. So the only method to command the intensity of the CRT is to adjust the voltage of the cathode here. So the voltage can be adjusted using this potentiometer. So one side of this potentiometer is connected to this transistor. So when the transistor is off, the cathode is connected directly to this voltage, which is 45 volt. And in this case, the VNELT voltage is minus 45 volt relative to the cathode voltage. Nothing can be displayed. So when the transistor is on, this side of the potentiometer is connected to the ground through this resistor, and the other terminal is connected to 45 volt here. So the voltage between the VNELT and the cathode can be adjusted using this intensity potentiometer from 0 to minus 45 volt, which permits to adjust the luminosity of the CRT. So this signal is actually the video signal, so it permits to display the characters and pictograms and something like that. So it is not just an on-off command of the luminosity. The second secondary here permits to generate the high voltage for the CRT. So it goes to a multiplier, which is probably a tripler. So one output permits to generate the voltage for the grid number 2 and the focus. And the second one is used for the post-acceleration. So the feedback of the regulator is provided from this trimmer here. It goes to the feedback input of the controller. So the voltage at this point is stabilized. This permits to have a constant sensitivity of the deflection. So from this point, there is a resistive divider in order to generate the voltage at this point on the acceleration grid and also the focus. And there is also this divider here with this 47K. So the voltage across this resistor should be relatively small. And this point is connected to one terminal of the connector. So I think that this signal is used for a diagnostic or something like that, in order maybe to see if the high voltage value is correct. So now we can perform some measurement around the CRT. So I have connected the power supply and the heater, 613 volt and plus or minus 12 volt. So maybe we can check first the frequency of this flightback controller. We can make a measurement of the drain of this transistor. So I will connect the ground here. I will turn on the power supply. So the drain is, this will be difficult. This is dangerous. So the drain is here, so I will connect to this Zener protective diode here. Okay, so I will connect the ground here. Okay, we change the trigger, channel 1, okay. Okay. So we have a frequency of 500 kHz normally. It's much lower than that. We have, let me see, I will place the cursor, it will be easier. Okay, so we have a frequency of 21 kHz. So what we can check also, that's all for that. Okay, so we can check the high voltage. So I have a special high voltage probe here. So this probe is interesting because we can set the load resistance to 1 megohm or 10 megohm. So we can use an oscilloscope with 1 megohm load or a multimeter with 10 megohm. So I will use this with the multimeter. So I have already connected this probe to this multimeter. It can be interesting also to set the scaling factor of this multimeter. So I will show you also how this can be done. I will make a zoom. Okay, so I will select the math function here. Okay, and then we have a scaling on. We select the function mx minus b. Okay, and we adjust the gain. So the gain should be 1000, 1K, so this should be okay. We'll make a zoom out. So we'll connect the ground of the probe to the capacitor here. Okay, so I will check with the power supply. I will check, for example, plus 12 volts. So the plus 12 volts should be on this point here. 12 volt, okay. So we can check first the voltage of the focus, green 2, and after the post acceleration. So we start with the focus. So the focus is this one here. Okay, so you have a voltage of 450 volts. We can check the grid number 2. The voltage should be higher, 506. So now we can test the post acceleration. So I need to remove this cable, so I will turn off the power supply first. I will remove this connector. I have prepared one terminal like this with a dual insulation, and I will insert here in place. Okay, and I will make a measurement on this terminal. So I will turn on the power supply again. Okay, you can see that we have a voltage of 6.4 kilovolts. So the PA is 6.5 kilovolts. Okay, so this was some test around the CRT. So next step, I will do the reverse engineering of the amplifier board. This is not complicated, they are just the power pump and some passive components. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.